Alright, yeah, so I just, Double Jeopardy is not really sticking with me, and I know she said that though some questions, about Double Jeopardy is gonna be on the test, and I don't wanna get them wrong, so, yeah, I just have a few questions about that.
Okay, do you understand what Double Jeopardy is? What do you remember from the text?
Well,
or how
I
she
know
talked about
that
it?
it has to do with some parts of the Fifth Amendment,
Okay.
but that's really all I know.
That's it? That is
Yeah.
just, it's in the Fifth Amendment?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Fifth Amendment has a lot within it. Double Jeopardy is just one part of it.
Yeah.
So, but it's probably the most, recognized part of the Fifth Amendment. It has to do with being tried for the same crime twice. Now, do you know, can a person be tried for the same crime twice?
No.
Right, you're right.
Yes.
They can't. I guess think of O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, yep.
He just wrote that book, If I Did It. It leads on that he kind of did it.
Yeah.
But since way back when he wasn't convicted of it, he can't
retry
retry him for that.
Okay.
Unless it was a mistrial, and it wasn't. So he can't be tried again, even though that book kind of leads on that,
He did do
I
it.
think he
Okay.
did it.
Alright. Yeah,
Um,
I kind of understand what you're saying.
You kind of understand that? Okay.
Alright, and then, the other thing was, well, we were learning the Bill of Rights, and she told us that we have to know the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 8th Amendment.
Okay.
So should I use index cards to memorize all of them? Do we have to memorize the whole amendment?
I would go through them and make sure you know the key parts. There's going to be specific things like protections of citizens.
Okay.
For example, the Fifth Amendment, Double Jeopardy. It protects an individual from being tried for the same crime twice.
Okay.
So, do you like index cards?
Yeah,
like
index
using
cards work.
Do they work?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I say, yeah, write up an index card for each of them. Or even, if you want, write down, because each amendment's going to have a few different parts. Write them down and then try to write down each one on a separate index card, and then try to match up with which amendment it goes to. And place them all under the right amendment, if that works for you.
No, that would work for me, because I just felt like each amendment is a lot. It
Right.
says a lot, but I guess if I just memorize the
seems like
key
it.
terms.
Right, it seems like it. If you go through them step by step. Don't get too ahead of yourself. It's going to be easier to kind of place them and put them in order. They'll each have their key terms. Like the 5th, a huge part of it is Double Jeopardy.
Alright.
It's got a bunch of other stuff that you'll remember, but Double Jeopardy's big. 4th Amendment, do you know what the 4th is?
Yeah, the search and seizure.
Right.
Jay-Z, right?
Jay-Z. So that's a good way to remember it too.
Right.
And that protects someone from unreasonable search and seizure, and that's a big part of the 4th. So definitely remember the biggest, most important part. The other stuff will follow, especially if you use index cards to kind of organize it. And if you come in next tutoring session or anything with those index cards, we can always go over them, and we can see what kind of progress you made.
Cool.